Hello and aloha. My name is Randy and I'm here in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada with Lisa Robbins, and Lisa is filming this video for me. Thank you very much, Lisa. I'd like to take this opportunity to, I guess, explain who I am. I'm Lomi Kumu in Peterborough, and Kumu is teacher and Lomi means to shift. So what I'd like to talk to you about today is the shift in consciousness about 2012 that is occurring. I'm going to use some numerology to explain that, and really what I want to do is simplify what is happening for just to share it. And I've learned over the years that my job is to help and to learn and to share. So first of all, I have to say, Harry, I got a new shirt. Okay, so what are we trying to explain today is what is happening in this shifting consciousness that we hear so much about. And it's following the end of the Mayan calendar. First of all, we have to understand that the Mayans were indigenous culture that existed in circle culture. So they understood the big picture of things, and they understood how time evolved from a really big aspect, very large point of view. So to understand that, we'll just follow this figure 8, the infinity symbol. In numerology, number 8 represents God. So what is happening is the Mayans understood that this is how our solar system travels through our galaxy. And so what they're explaining is we've been in this side right here on our travels for a long time. Hard to say just how long. It's not really important how long that's been. But what we've been in here is in the age of Pisces. Okay? And the age of Pisces has been several thousand years. And as we know, the symbol for Pisces is two fish swimming in opposite directions. So what we've had in this age is a state of polarity. It's everything in our culture has, every action has a total and opposite reaction, right? So that's what existed in this Pisces age. It's the age of duality, in other words, right? And polarity. So it's everything, opposite experiences. The pendulum swings from one aspect to the other. In that we have, on one side we have science, and the other side we have spirituality. We have right and wrong, good and evil, that sort of aspect. We have the haves and the haves not, the rich and the poor, everything in at total polarity. And so what the Mayans are telling us is that this age is coming to an end. As we come to this intersecting point in time where our solar system passes through the galactic core, it's the end of this age as we know it. And that's really what they're trying to explain to us. It's been up to us to kind of discover it. At the end of that aspect right there, that time frame, is we're coming into Aquarius, right? The symbol for Aquarius is two identical waves. So we're coming into same thought patterns, likeness, sameness, letting go of the polarity experience that we've had in Pisces. So how do we know that? And how do we know? Well, the Earth is showing us that the polarity is leaving the planet because the poles are melting, all returning to water. Big moment in time that we're coming into in this intersecting point. Okay, so if I can, I'd like to also share a bit about numerology and how it helps us out to understand. Well, obviously, I guess I should mention that Aquarius is about love and oneness. About love and oneness. And Pisces is the 12th sign in the zodiac. So if you take 12 and 8, you get 20. So if we eliminate the 0, we have 2. Duality is just the 2. Aquarius is the 11th sign in the zodiac. So 8 and 11 is 19. If we add them together, we get 10. Cancels that. All we have is 1. It is the age of oneness that we're coming into. So the next aspect is, I'd like to explain how the 11 shows up in everybody's life nowadays. We're all seeing the clock at 11:11, at 1:11, 2:11, 3:11. The focus on 11 is huge in our consciousness right now. To bring our awareness, bring our consciousness into the Aquarius age. That's what that's all about. Which brings up the 9/11. Why is that so important? Well, because we have the 11, and 9 plus 1 is again 11. Okay, it's focus on the 11 aspect of Aquarius. Focus on this new age. You know what happened in 9/11? We have 2001, 9/11 is, if you add all those numbers up, we get 14, which 14, 4 and 1 is 5. And 5 in numerology is change. Right? So we can look at different times, different events that have happened in our lifetime and seeing how the numerology aspect relates to that. In numerology, we have a basic number systems from 1 to 9, and each letter of the alphabet has a corresponding number, simply in this fashion. So every person in their being is assigned a number, and they range from 1 to 9, 11 and 22 and 33 being master numbers. If your name comes to 11, 22 or 33, you don't break it down. So for instance, Jesus Christ was a 33. Not very many of those on the planet, for sure. Who I am from a numerological point of view, I've taken my name, Randy Gerald Morrow, even my given name, Randall, same outcome. Give it the numbers assigned to each letter, and I get 26, which breaks down to 8. My middle name is 29, 2 and 9 is 11, and my last name is 12, which is 3, and the 8 and the 3 also come together to form 11 and makes me a 22. My birth date was on the 8th. I was born on the 8th of June in 1965. If you add all these numbers together, you get 35, which is 8. I lived at lot 8, 1135, concession 11, which the 35 again makes an 8. So all kinds of 8s and 11s. And my phone number is 632, which comes 11. 0434 is 11. Add the 1705 and you get 35, which is 8. When I started on this journey, asked, you know, who am I and what is my job? I was 35 years old. 8. I'm now 47. 11. All kinds of numbers, 8 and 11 show up in my experience. Even on my license plate on my car is BMPS, which comes down to 5. Numerology says that 5 is about change, and the last 3 numbers are 8, 7, 1. So I have the 8, and again the 7 and the 1 make 8. So we wonder, what are all these numbers all about? Well, they all have a message in them if we want to relate them, figure them out. 2012 is 5, which is change. December 21st, 2012 equals, all comes to 11. Let's take the end of the war, 11/11, 1945. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14, 15, 23. 2 and 3, it's 5. Change. Again, it's change. As I did before, 9/11, 2001 comes to 9 to 11. 14, 1 and 4 is 5. Change. So we have a lot of understanding of the 5s showing up at certain dates where change has occurred within our experiences and culturally and around the world. Of course, big time is what's coming in 2012, December 21st perhaps, is really the focus on the 11th age of Aquarius, and which is what really all what 9/11 was about. The 2 towers were 11s, and it brought focus to the 11s, and the date 9/11, and the addition of 9 and 1 being 11. If we come back to the figure 8 symbol and how our solar system travels through our galaxy, we're coming to this time frame right in here, and the passage of time exists in our consciousness exactly as we travel through space in the hourglass symbol in the figure 8. So also, if we understand that we are made in the image of God, in His likeness, if God is an 8, then this is us. This is also the human body, And in the female human body, right here, we have the womb. And in the womb, the place of creation, in that intersecting or meeting place, this is the place we're coming into, December 21st, 2012. And so we can expect that place is a place of darkness. We can expect a small time period of darkness here, approximately 3 days. And that may or may not be on this date, but it will be sometime within this winter for sure. So what I'm going to do is same as every municipality already understands. It's already in our consciousness to be prepared for 3 days of power outage, have food, water, and alternative heat source and candles light available for that time period. So that's what I understand about December 21st, 2012, which, if we add all of these numbers together, we get 11. Again, back to 11. The only person we know that went through 3 days of darkness was entombed in 3 days of darkness. That was Jesus Christ, and he emerged as light, which is, Aquarius is also the age of light. Right, so we're returning to the light beings that we are. So this time frame is not about being afraid of change, which is the human experience is always afraid of change, but rather that know that we're in rebirthing of a new time frame, birthing into love and oneness, right? Into peace. Aquarius is all about the age of peace. Right? One mind, one experience, one thought process, return to oneness. It's all about returning to oneness in the age of peace. It's about returning to our true nature, which is love. Thank you very much.